restore native forest cover, maximize the overall health of the forest, minimize fire hazards, produce modest revenue to continue ongoing management, and lead by example. These are the goals being met with the Clark County Sustainable Forestry Program that started in 2011.
What we're doing is managing county lands in a fashion where they can be used for multiple uses and at the same time provide some level of fiber production for the local wood products market. In order to do this, we certify our forest plans before we actually implement them.
To complete a forestry management plan, the county goes through an intensive data collecting process, such as determining the number, age, and diameter of the trees in a stand, plus what the soil can support. A high priority for rehabilitation is at Camp Bonneville. This is land that was transferred to the county for reuse by the U.S. Army and has a history of clear cuts, fires, and replanting.
The stands were more than overplanted. They were planted at densities that could not be supported by the particular soil types where they're planted on. And so over the decades, they crowded themselves out. They outcompeted themselves for water, nutrients, and sunlight. And that's where we have the mortality situation. And as a result of that, then you have high fuel loadings, you've got a fire hazard, and so we're trying to eliminate that at the same time.
By selectively thinning a stand, space is created and competition reduced. The chosen dominant trees have room to expand, and the native forest floor plants will return. This makes for a healthier, more diverse habitat.
It's the first time some of this ground has seen sunlight, where the trees had been stressed out beforehand to the point where they couldn't produce seed. You're going to have healthier trees, and then they will start producing seed, and it's just open enough where the seed will take, and you will have a natural reproduction layer.
2 other county-owned properties with certified forest management plans are Camp Hope and Green Mountain. Currently, a contracted crew is selectively thinning 360 acres of county property at Green Mountain.
My job is to come out and select the trees to be harvested out in this stand so we can improve the growth. So this is primarily the reason why we're thinning the stand at Green Mountain, because right in this area, it took 4 years to grow 1 inch on this tree. In the last 25 years, it grew less than a half an inch. So the growth is shut down to about 1% on this stand, and we want to increase it up to 7% by eliminating the inferior trees, eliminating competition for the dominance. We will get this stand up to 7%.
Harvested trees are measured and sorted into categories, ranging from the highest revenue generators, which are for utility poles, then to logs for lumber mills, and lastly for pulp. As part of the sustainability program, the county seeks out local markets for these resources. The revenue produced goes back into operations at the site, such as for roads, bridges, and other supporting infrastructure.
At Camp Bonneville, we're putting roofs on buildings. We're following our own lead, and we're managing our forests in a sustainable way for future generations. All of that is being paid for out of the money that is generated from the thinning operations. And so there's no cost to the county taxpayer for that infrastructure development, and provide a better habitat for our wildlife and preserve the life of the forest at the same time.
Clark County is the first municipality in Washington to obtain dual certification by both the American Tree Farmer Sustainable Forestry Initiative and the Forest for Stewardship Council.
It shows a lot more transparency. We get audited by their governing bodies, and these are by internationally third-party certified auditors. They also look at our actual forest practices on the ground, and they come out and view the areas. They go through all of our record keeping, which deals a lot with the chain of custody of where our products go and how we handle that chain of custody.
The county has held seminars for other agencies interested in the Sustainable Forestry Program and has provided a template to help them develop a plan. The hope is that forest landowners will also see the benefits and want to follow these practices. For more information on the Clark County Sustainable Forestry Program, go to clark.wa.gov/Bonneville Forest.